Welcome to the module on basics of concrete. In this particular module, we will be talking about the storage practices, the general storage practices or the required storage practices of all the major construction materials as far as the codal provisions are concerned. When you say storage of materials, for any site there should be a proper planning of the layout for stacking and storage of different materials, components and equipments with proper access and proper maneuverability of the vehicles carrying the material. While planning the layout, the requirements of various materials, components and equipments at different stages of construction shall be considered. Materials shall be stored in such a manner as to prevent deterioration or intrusion of foreign matter and to ensure the preservation of their quality and fitness for the work. Protection against atmospheric agencies, like materials stored at site depending upon the individual characteristics shall be protected from atmospheric actions such as rain, sun, wind and moisture to avoid any deterioration or degradation of the materials. Storage of materials, that is today we will be covering admixtures in which both mineral as well as chemical admixtures storage requirements as per the IS and ACI standards will be discussed in the subsequent slides. In general recommendations as far as the storage of admixtures is concerned, admixtures are usually stored in bulk in plastic tanks, metal tanks or barrels. Modern bulk plastic storage tanks are double skinned to minimize the risk of leakage from a skin splitting. If double skinned tanks are not used, the admixture storage areas should be bundled to prevent spillage entering the water system. Admixtures should be protected from freezing. All tanks and pipes should be clearly marked with their contents and the shelf life of the product should be indicated to have a visual impact on the users. If the admixture exceeds its storage life or is no longer required, it must be disposed of through an approved contractor. As per the manufacturer's recommendations, admixtures must be stored where temperatures do not drop below plus 5 degrees centigrade. If product has frozen, thaw at plus 5 degrees centigrade or above and completely reconstitute using mild mechanical agitations, do not use pressurized air for agitation. Store under cover, out of direct sunlight and protect from extremes of temperature. Shelf life is generally given 12 months when stored under the above conditions. Failure to comply with the recommended storage conditions may result in a premature deterioration of the product or packaging. For specific storage advice, consult the admixture representatives who have provided or supplied the particular type of admixtures to the projects. As per ACI 304R, most chemical admixtures are delivered in liquid form and should be protected against freezing. If liquid admixtures are frozen, they should be properly reblended before they are used in concrete. Manufacturers' recommendations should be followed. Long-term storage of liquid admixtures in vented tanks should be avoided. Evaporation of liquids could adversely affect the performance of the admixtures. Storage of materials in the category of mineral admixtures, if we see, the storage of fly ash as per IS 4082, the recommendations given in IS 4082 are: fly ash shall be stored in such a manner as to permit easy access for proper inspections and identification of each consignment. Fly ash in bulk quantities shall be stored in a stack in a place where loss due to the wind effect is minimum and avoiding any intrusions of foreign matters. The recommendations given in ACI 304 are: all mineral admixtures should be stored in watertight, properly ventilated structures to prevent absorption of moisture. Storage facilities for bulk mineral admixtures should include separate compartments for each type of mineral admixtures used. The interiors of a mineral admixture silo should be smooth with a minimum bottom slope of 50 degrees from the horizontal for a circular silo of 55 to 60 degrees for a rectangular silo. Silos should be equipped with non-clogging air diffuser flow pads through which small quantities of dry, oil-free, low-pressure air can be introduced intermittently at approximately 3 to 5 psi or 20 to 35 kPa to loosen the mineral admixtures that has settled tightly in the silos. Each bin compartment from which mineral admixtures is batched should include a separate gate, screw conveyor, air slide, rotary feeder, or other conveyance that effectively allows both constant flow and precise cutoff to obtain accurate batching of mineral admixtures. Make sure mineral admixtures is transferred to the correct silos by closely monitoring procedures and equipments. Fugitive dust should be controlled during loading and transferring. Bags of mineral admixtures should be stacked on pallets or similar platforms to permit proper circulation of air. For a storage period of less than 60 days, stack the bags in no higher than 14 layers, and for longer periods, no higher than 7 layers. To summarize this module, we talked about requirements in general for the basic construction materials in the project sites. Storage of admixtures as per IS 4082 and ACI 304R, which includes both chemical as well as mineral admixtures storage requirements. The difference between the stack heights given in these two codes, that is IS 4082 and ACI 304R, and the importance of FIFO systems in adopting the use of mineral admixtures, because ultimately all the chemical admixtures are guided by the manufacturer's guidelines as far as the shelf life of the material is concerned. And once the shelf life is passed, the quality of the material will degrade, and which will have a direct impact on the product in which it is being utilized. So the FIFO is very important to maintain, and need to have an established system to demonstrate the FIFO being adopted in the project sites. The next upcoming modules, we will be covering other construction materials, that is storage of other construction materials like reinforcement and water. Till then, thank you very much for watching.